Of course, so clean eating is everywhere these days. It's on TV, it's in magazines, everyone's hearing about it. But what really is clean eating? Clean eating is getting back to basics, eating those whole one ingredient foods. So I often say to my clients, what's in an apple? An apple. What are the ingredients in, say, an avocado? An avocado. So what's mind-blowing to a lot of people is that you can literally base your entire day, all your meals, all your snacks, around these whole one ingredient foods. So it's about looking into your pantry, looking into your fridge. Where do you have these processed foods that you can swap out and instead replace with these whole foods? So something easy that they can start with today, and getting on this clean eating bandwagon is really looking in the fridge, the pantry, like I mentioned earlier. What kind of salad dressings do you have? What are your marinades made of? What is everything that's in there? What are those ingredient labels? Do they look like this? Are they this long and you can't even understand or describe the ingredients? You really want to be able to know what's in your food. That's what clean eating is at a core. And so some easy tips that you can start to do, say you toss out those refined sugars or the refined salts or even, the refined oils that people have in their pantry that they're not even sure, what to do with. You can toss those out and instead replace something like what I have here, the R.W. Knudsen juice line, which is really amazing. It's these organic juices that are made just from vegetables. And what you can do is you can just swap these for, say, the oil that I mentioned earlier. So instead of that refined oil, you can just add a little bit of this to, say, your skillet when you're making a stir fry, or you have some ground meat, or you're making a chicken breast. You can even use it in place of something like a vegetable broth, for the holidays coming up. Or what I really love to do is when I'm making rice or quinoa or any kind of whole grain, you can actually replace this with the water. And so you're getting those nutrients and you're really getting a really great flavor. And it's not that added sugar, there's no processed ingredients, no preservatives, no dyes, no colors. So it's literally just the juice from the vegetable, which is really fascinating when you think about it. So, with little kids, it's really important to focus on training their taste buds to eat whole foods at a small, at their young age, so that then they're acclimated to this kind of lifestyle and they're not addicted to those processed foods and those fake ingredients and really those fake flavors, because that's what happens to our taste buds. And so when you start to focus on the whole food arena, you're really getting your taste buds and training them to want more of these whole foods. I did it myself and it sounds more difficult than it is, but it's actually pretty easy. So for kids, something easy, what I did was I just roasted a whole head of cauliflower, chopped it up, put some olive oil and salt and pepper on it, and then I took out my food processor. You can also use a high-speed blender, and I roasted a nice sweet potato, put some of this tomato red bell pepper juice in it, and then I put in olive oil, some salt and pepper, maybe even some tahini, and I made this nice dip, almost like a hummus. So it's really thick and hearty, but you're getting the fill of vegetables right in here. So you've got the double whammy of the vegetables in the cauliflower and then also in the dip. So something easy like that. Sure. So the rwknudsenfamily.com website, they've got everything from, breakfast to lunch and dinner. And even with the holidays coming up, there's recipes there that you can use the juices in, other ways to create that flavor without adding those processed ingredients.